Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Golden Generation. My name's Daniel, and coming up today we've got a big away doubleheader against Nuneaton first, and then we go to Darlington. But first, since our last episode, unfortunately we have lost the opportunity to go to season unbeaten. We lost away at Harrogate in the middle of the busy festive period. But let's go through all the results since you were last with me. After our defeat against Stevenage in the FA Cup, we played at home to Bradford Park Avenue, and again Reece Turner got a brace alongside De Freitas as we ran out 3-1 winners. We then battered Boston United away from home, with Andrew Dale, the prospect, getting 2, Douglas scored a goal, and Reece Turner again was at his best. Peterborough Sports in the FA Trophy third qualifying round. Oswell, the replacement striker, came in and got a hat-trick, and Andrew Dale got another couple. 1-1 draw away against Telford, which was Andrew Dale yet again. We then beat Kidderminster 2-0 with Douglas and Tyler scoring the goals. We then went back to the FA Trophy against lower league Lancaster. We won 4-0. Douglas got on the score sheet, Dale got a brace, and the replacement left winger Stevenson scored. We're trying to rotate the 4 other players in the cup games to make sure that our youth players are in the top 15 appearance makers, as the challenge says. We then played Curzon Ashton and got a narrow 2-1 win at the start of the festive period, with Ross Douglas and Reece Turner on the score sheet. Before that defeat at Harrogate, where Turner scored the goal yet again, we were really poor in that game. We then drew 0-0 at home to Tamworth. We were absolutely knackered and it didn't go well. You can see the strikers had poor games and we didn't really look like doing much. We did create chances. The 3 attacking midfield players were all good, but we just didn't have anything in front of goal. And then we got the narrowest of wins against Gainsborough in the last game. Andrew Dale again getting a brace and Ross Douglas scoring a goal to win us the game. We did pick up a few knocks, but nothing serious, and we go into the Nuneaton game today with a full complement of players to choose from. So let's get straight into it. We've got the usual team that you've come to expect now. Thompson in goal, back 4 of Harris, Tyler, Jackson and Jordan, Scott in the holding role, Hargreaves and De Freitas on the wings, with Ross Douglas in behind Turner and Dale. Douglas is absolutely knackered, but at the last look he was only the 15th appearance maker. He goes away on international duty as well again once more this season, so we have to make sure we get him his quota of games. That's why he's been playing in all the trophy matches as well. So let's get straight into it. We're hoping to get a win against the Nuneaton side today, who are just above the relegation zone. They've been poor all season. They're also playing with 4 in midfield and an attacking midfielder, so hopefully he won't cause us as much trouble as Douglas has the opposition. But we've got the early possession. We're in our away yellow strip. Haven't seen that too often this season, as we come forward early on, but it's cleared away as Dale loses possession. Things have been ticking over rather nicely. I can't lie, I'm extremely disappointed we're not going to be able to go unbeaten now. We've got lucky a couple of times, to be honest, with last minute equalisers and winners and things like that. But to see that performance, it was really poor over the festive period. And I thought after beating Salford we really had a chance. But Nuneaton have got the early run in here as well, which is a bit concerning. But we've gone for the big long clearance to Turner. Can he get the ball wide? He does to Hargreaves, one of our 7 youth prospects. And it's been blocked away. I don't know here in this challenge mode if we still get the big youth intake as we would normally, and maybe get some more stars to come through. I'm not sure about that, and that probably will impact on whether we carry on to the second season and try to get Stockport into the Football League before FM18 comes out. But nevertheless, we've got to worry about this game first. We're getting attacked by Nuneaton quite a few times now, and they've got a penalty. Oh dear, it's all starting to unravel. I know we won the last game, but we've been playing poorly for 3 or 4 games now. And can we get a save from the star keeper? We can't. He's dived under the ball, and the ball's just tapped in ahead of him. It's been a poor start. We can't say they don't deserve it. We've got a star there. Is there anything to be done? Short of passing. No chance. Oh, it's 2-0. Unmarked from a corner, and where has this form come from? We've been absolutely brilliant so far this season, and again I've gone to do a team talk completely forgetting we can't do them in this mode. And now we've got an injury to Hargreaves again. Oh, we haven't got the right winger on the bench because Thompson's injured, so we're going to have to bring Stevenson on, I think, and hope that he can play out there a bit. He is right-footed, so we'll see what he can do. But this is all going wrong. I'm recording this on the back of our head coach episode, which you'll see coming out next week, and I'm in a bad mood as a result of that. But the ball's been cleared long. Jordan's got the ball back. Jackson to the Maguire. We're not even bringing it forward. There's a big long hoof over the top, but we've lost out in the air. And again, we're getting counter-attacked easily. as Greenrines Chambers up the top, and they're just playing round us. They look like they've got all the time in the world. They get the ball into the box, and Thompson's had to make another save. It looked like it could have been three there, and it wouldn't have been undeserved, as we've been absolutely atrocious in this half. 5 minutes till half time, we still haven't looked like scoring, and I don't think that's going to change before the break. There we go, then it is half time. All we've done is pick up a yellow card in that last few minutes, and there's nothing more to speak about at present. No team talk, so they've got to change it on their own, but Nuneaton are clear and deserved running away with this game at the moment. I don't know what we can do to change it, bar make another couple of subs as the second half goes on. We'll give it 10 minutes as usual, but we'll make them a bit earlier today. Thompson should really have held that, but gathers it easily at the second attempt. I'm starting to get a bit worried about this form. Turner's been poor for a few games now. I know he scored goals still, but even then they've been penalties or tap-ins, and he's been poor in his overall contribution. And Nuneaton are just storming through us again. This extra man in midfield has caused us chaos, as we were expecting. We did fear it, and it's happened, but we should really be doing better against a team who are fighting against relegation. And they're just all over us. Look how much time they've got. They've whipped another ball in, and Jackson, it looked like he chested that to their centre forward. And it is 3-0, and we've basically given them an assist there. This is an atrocious performance. I tell you what, I'm going to take him off. I'm not happy with that. Duxbury's going to come on for Jackson, and we're also going to take Turner off and bring Oswell on with our usual change up front. And Dale switching into the poacher. Will the target man make a difference? Probably not. We're going to go attacking in a minute as well, I think. We'll just go long, see if it works. I'm not sure it will. But we haven't got many other choices at this point, so let's do it. We're going to go attacking, and we're going to go for pump ball in, early crosses, and more direct. Let's go, see if it makes a difference. Can't imagine it will. I think this game is well and truly dusted. And from going like a side that may go unbeaten for the season, we're now going to lose 2 games in quick succession and go 4 points from 4 games. Oh, they've nearly scored again. They've hit the bar. What is happening today? This is a side that have been pasting almost every team put in front of them, and we've suddenly just come up against a relegation candidate and been absolutely played off the park. And again, they've got time and space in the penalty area, and they've won another corner. I don't even feel like commentating on this one anymore. I just want to watch us lose. The ball's been headed away, and we've not got there first. We're second best to everything again. The ball's going to come in from the left-hand side. No, it's not. Scott wins a tackle. At last, we've won a challenge. With just a quarter of the game to go, we look like we're in big trouble here. And this is the sort of one that could dent confidence. We had this in our injury crisis challenge with Man United, where we lost a few games. And because you couldn't talk to the players or do team talks, you couldn't get back into it. Oh, as they've hit the bar again. The morale's going completely, and this could be a bit of a concern into the season. As you saw at the start of the episode, we are 10 points clear of Salford at the top, and we are still in the FA Trophy, but we could really take a dent from this, and it only takes a few games to get rid of that gap. And if they're within 4 or 5 going into the closing leg of the season, I'd still be a little bit concerned about them catching us, because they've got money bags, and I'm sure they'll go big in January to try and catch up with us. We're in stoppage time. Can we at least get a goal from the long ball? We can't. Oswell just decided to stand there and let the ball go past him, which is why he doesn't start the game, so he can stop complaining about his first team football. It's been a bad day of recording today. You'll see what I mean next week, but this one's been poor. We look like we're being soundly beaten, and we're going to have to try and redeem ourselves in the second game today against Darlington, who we've already played them one against on camera this season. But what a terrible performance. We've lost 3-0, and the gap is close to 9 points as Salford win. They must have been 12 behind before, sorry. They beat Darlington, funnily enough, so hopefully we can do the same. And I'll take a 93rd minute winner like they got as well. We'll be back in a minute for that Darlington game, so stay with us. Right, we're back for the Darlington game. Let's get into it and hope it's going to be a bit better than that awful last game. Nuneaton battered us, and we are hoping it doesn't happen again. Darlington, as a result of that weekend fixture list, fell in 17th place where Nuneaton were before, so let's hope that's not a bad omen. We're now described as in inconsistent form for the first time of the season, and I'm starting to be a bit worried about what we're going to do today. There's one change for this game. I couldn't persist with Douglas. He's down to 84% condition. He's not in any condition to start the game. We'll bring him on so he still gets his appearance, but Warburton's going to come into the attacking role today. As you probably know by now, we haven't got a direct replacement in that number 10 role, so we have to play Warburton, who's a bit unconvincing there. But let's see what we can do. Oswell's certainly not getting a start after standing still most of the time when he came on in the last game. So the rest of the 11's the same. We've got Thompson in goal, a back four of Harris, Tyler, Jackson and Jordan, Scott in a holding role with Hargreaves and De Freitas out wide, and Warburton in behind, Turner and Dale the usual front two. I know we've done that lineup on a slightly different screen to normal, but hey, it's still there to see. They're playing with that weird formation in midfield, the two holding midfielders, one central midfielder and then two attacking wingers. So I don't know how this is going to work out. We struggled against them last time but still got the win, so let's hope the same happens again. I don't care if we struggle in the game, in fact I'm probably expecting to now, but if we can win the match and get the 3 points and get the confidence back on the board, that's all that matters for us at this point. We're 10 minutes in though, nothing's happened, not a shot on goal from either end yet, and this looks like it's going to be one of the dullest of encounters. They have had a shot on target, Darlington now, but not worthy of a highlight, so it can't have been that great. As again with the second. And what a boring game this is. We're half an hour in now, and we could remarkably not get a highlight in the whole half again. And speaking of that, Darlington are coming forward now. So Trotman, the Luton youngster, gets the ball in. It's ping ball in the box in the air, but it's headed away. But it's back in again from Trotman, and Scott keeps it clear. Turner finds Dale. Can we counter-attack on goal? Hargreaves is free on the right, but he's not found him. He's gone back to Jackson, who does find Hargreaves. He's surging past his man at fullback. Can he get the ball in? He does, but he's overhit it to Dale, and he couldn't do much with it. Bar put it wide into the side netting. To be fair to Dale, he didn't really have much of a chance with that one. It's a poor ball in, and Hargreaves has been skinned on the right now, and they're bringing it forward on the edge of the box, and that's a great finish. We're behind again, and this could be back-to-back defeats and 3 and 5 in the league, and things are starting to fall apart, and I don't know what to do about it. We haven't changed anything in the team. The players, if anything, are improving off the pitch, so I don't know how this is happening. But we just seem to have hit a dodgy spell. We've gone away from home and can't win a game or get a point. It's half time. There wasn't much to talk about in that game. We didn't have any attacking highlights bar that Dale header. And Darlington deservedly lead again. Let's get into the second half. Can we get back into this game, or is it the same as that injury challenge we did? It's just going to disappear. All the confidence will go and we'll just struggle and struggle across the rest of the season. I hope not. I hope we can get a 2 week window maybe and put in some of the cheeky friendlies against the lower league teams, as Turner's put in for free. Oh my god, he's missed an open goal. The first one was saved, which was bad enough, but then he's put it wide with an open goal. And we've had another set piece there which De Freitas has headed a good chance over. We just look to be drained. We don't look like we can score even when it's handed to us on a plate. We're going to make the changes after this attack, but it's Darlington coming forward again with Gillies to Sy as the goal scorer, and they just seem to be playing around us with all the time in the world again. They've got it into the box and put it narrowly wide. We are looking really bad in this game, and I'm going to go for a triple sub. The usual one. Turner's been in poor form, and we've got to start thinking about dropping him now. Target man for Jason Oswell, and Dale moves into the poacher role. De Freitas has been poor, so Stevenson will come on the left for him, and Andy Scott's had a poor game as well. But I need to bring Douglas on for the appearance, so I'm going to have to take Warburton off despite that. Let's see if they make any difference. Douglas has been our star man this season overall, so let's see if he can make the big impact despite not being fit. Dale looks uninterested, which is always nice, and we can't say anything to try and change that. They've crossed from a set piece and it's 2-0. Oh dear. It's all gone pear-shaped. I don't know what I can do about it. It seems to be a bit of a problem in this game. Once you get on a losing streak, you can't talk to anyone or do anything about it. You just have to ride it out and try and get an easy game. But with 15 minutes to go, there's almost no chance of us getting back into this. We're going to lose back-to-back games. In terms of on-camera performances, it's all gone wrong. All you've seen is wins and results so far, so this is a big turn-up for the books. But we've got to hope that Salford can keep us down as well. Gillies has put it wide, another gilt-edged chance for them. Salford have got a great chance if they want to take it to get back into this title race, as we falter severely coming into the final stages. The run-in soon to start, and Darlington have ran away with this game easily. 30 seconds to go and it's still them doing all the running, despite us trying to control the game. And they've just hit the long ball over, which thankfully Thompson's dealt with this time. But we haven't scored a goal, and we've lost an aggregate of 5-0 in these two games. So we've got to go back to the drawing board, and we might have to think about consolidating in our formation here. Especially with Turner not performing, we could think about going to one up front. But I don't think we've got much in the middle we can bring in, to be honest. That's it, it's 2-0. We've lost heavily again. We've got the FA Trophy coming up, and if we go out of that, it narrows our chances of winning a competition down to 1. Salford haven't closed the gap, but that's only because they haven't played. So it could be down to 6 points once they've played their game in hand. Let's see what they've said about this game, just in case there's anything. They've said they struck lucky, but to me it looked like a clear and deserved win. Oswell's goalless. He's gone now 7 matches without one, and I'm pretty sure Turner will be close behind him the way he's playing at the moment. But let's go and see which games we're going to come back for next. We've got a few smaller games coming up on paper after the York and Gateshead ones. We'll come back for Brackley and Southport, a home doubleheader where we've been playing well normally. Let's see if we can get back on track against them. That's all from this episode though. Thanks for giving it a watch. Subscribe to the channel below for regular content from this save every Saturday and Sunday at 4:30, as well as our head coach series from Monday to Thursday at the same time. Chuck a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you next time.